Transport TV back again. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal make their first finals since they won the FA Cup 5 years ago. So many semi-finals, knockout, and finally they make it to the finals of this year's Carabao Cup. One of many that they look to make this season fighting in all four fronts. In EPL or in England, this is the first cup you win in the season. I think the finals for this one comes up at the end of February or March, and you grab it and you keep looking forward. This is a massive result for Arsenal, not because of the scoreline, not because of making it to the final, but because of the history, the story, on the pressure on Arteta and these boys. They've been there and thereabout for the past few seasons. Expectations are they are going to win the league, win a trophy this season, or win major trophies this season. Yeah, a lot of people say this is not a big one, but it's a trophy, and you can only start from the one in front of you, and that's what they have done today. We're going to break this one down quickly as much as we can, just to not too much into tactics, but what we saw in the game. We probably did not pay attention to. And before we do that, don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Hit the like button and, let's make sense of this one. And yeah, it was a massive game. If you're an Arsenal fan, if you are a Chelsea fan as well, everybody knows that, once you make it to the finals, you have a chance of winning a trophy. Chelsea, I would suggest lost this tie at home because, I don't know, they allow Arsenal to score 3 goals. And this is something I have said about this coach, that as good as his team, the teams look in the eye, he's going to concede goals. And when he meets seriously defensive teams, it's going to be difficult for Chelsea to get wins. And that's what we have saw. Though his early days, he just came in. We can see he's a good coach. He knows what he's doing. He has his philosophy. And Chelsea came to England. And this is a very difficult place to be as a team if you are Arsenal, because you have 1 goal lead. Most times you find yourself in between 2 minds. Do you want to defend the lead, or are you going to try to get another one so that you can put the tie away? So Chelsea had just one mission in mind: score goals and not concede. It was just that simple. So, and to be honest, contrary to what I said in a few seconds ago, Rosario actually went tactical. He didn't really go all gun blazing like he does, because he knows that if he concede another goal, the tie will be over. So he tried to make the tie go as long as possible by being a little bit compact, a little bit conservative, kept most of his attacking players on the bench so that if they can get through the first half, maybe nick a goal or go into it to a draw, then people like Palmer and Gustavo and Garnacho can come in and see if they can put pressure on Arsenal. And Arsenal doing what they have done well so far this season, try to control games from a defensive perspective, not make you shut you down, not make you have a sniff. Delap and Pedro started off front for Chelsea. Delap wasn't really, I know he played on the wing. Didn't really have any bites. Pedro tried to do 1 or 2 things, but again, coming to the midfield to help the midfield made it easy for Arsenal to defend. And it was just a mouse and cat kind of thing all through the first half. And then second half, obviously, you know what's going to happen. Chelsea are going to give it a go. Arsenal had a lot for them, and Mikel Arteta responded by bringing in a couple of players up front to also try to push Chelsea back. But that didn't really work. Chelsea kept trotting and kept pushing forward. Yes, a few things I learned from this one was the way Arsenal were composed in this game. As a fan, the pressure was, a lot of Arsenal fans could not even watch the game. But the players on the pitch, you could see that they had a sense of urgency. By the center, they were not panicky, and that helped a lot. There were no unnecessary clearances, tempers did not fly high, and it was complete football. Both sides played fantastic football. I loved what Chelsea did today. They played very well. And if, like I keep saying, Chelsea have good players, though there's a little bit of imbalance in the assemblage of that squad. But if these owners can try to make winning a priority by keeping this squad together, then adding experience to it, I think this team will be a team to beat very soon. But if they keep doing this in they're doing every summer, every transfer window, they do dodgy businesses, try to make money and not worry about the makeup of the squad, then it becomes a problem. But this team that I saw on a good day, I was telling my friend Ugum today that Chelsea on a good day, in a big game, they can beat anybody. But of course, they always come short because of the way that team was put together. So, yeah, the mentions today, I think Declan Rice was immense for Arsenal winning this game today because of we know we're going to get from him 9/8, 9/10, 8/10 every game. He was there and thereabout tackling and stuff, but the intelligence and the sense of urgency to sometimes put that little extra bit, that one more foot to stop a potential attack against your team was, I saw so many of it today, and that was very, very good to watch. And these are some of the reasons. These are the makeup of teams that win trophies. When you have those players that will go that extra mile, and Arsenal has a few of them. Today, I believe Gabriel and Saliba were immense as well. They always give you that extra. They get it, you get it from them. And I think these three players were very key to Arsenal winning today. I'm also going to talk about Hincapié. I know I mentioned him a few days ago about his makeup and Califury. He's not giving us now a lot going forward. Today, from the first minute of the game, I could see his diagonal runs once Arsenal was in possession defensively. I said, oh, wow, it looks like this guy watched my video. And apart from that, defensively as well, Malo Gusto is a very good defender going forward. He really gave him some to worry about today. And Hincapié stood up for him, was calm on the ball, defended very well as well, and went forward when he could as well. So yeah, it was a very good game. And obviously, Kai Havertz came in with his movement around the pitch, caused Chelsea a little bit more of a problem. Once Kai Havertz was in, Chelsea couldn't really press on the front foot the way they were doing before Kai Havertz came in, because he was picking up positions, him and Trossard, in places in the game that Chelsea could not ignore. And it kind of helped Arsenal check that pressure coming in. And obviously, Declan Rice was very key as well in the winning goal. And Kai Havertz getting that goal, I call him a child of destiny. You can say what you want to say about Kai Havertz, but he always pops up with big goals, one way or the other. And this is because of his intelligent movements around the pitch. Once he knew that Declan Rice was going to get onto that ball, he just opened the running up. And that made it very difficult for Chado to defend. He didn't know whether to go all the way to Rice to stop the cross or check in between. He found himself in the middle of nowhere, and the deflection on his body kind of put it on the plate for Kai Havertz, and he had Martinelli. And Martinelli's run as well, I believe, was the kind of distraction for Sanchez that made it very easy for Kai Havertz to round him up and slot in. So Arsenal make it to their first final of the season, the first final in the past 5 seasons. Hopefully, if you're an Arsenal fan, you believe Arsenal will go ahead and win this one, depending on who wins tomorrow between Newcastle and Manchester City. And obviously, that will prepare them to winning maybe 1 or 2 more big trophies this season. Yeah, so let me know what you think. What was your biggest take from this game? How did you feel about the referee? I believe that Arsenal had a penalty, but the referee didn't give it, VAR did not review it, and but somehow Arsenal still got away 4-2 on aggregate. Arsenal win this one. What is your take? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you again next time. Ciao.